In regards to today, we haven't had a sweep Asian high or low on EU. I like the look of Asians' highs. I feel like we're probably going to take out them, and then I wouldn't mind a reversal off the back of that, to be fair. Big new week opening gap as well. I had a change of character and change of state here. Retracement in within 7. Yeah, GU looks fine to me. Is there any news, etc.? Let's have a look. GU, I'd probably give... It's not the worst quality. This is a little bit weird, price action here. But I'm not that upset with it. I think it's probably maybe a class B or potentially even A. So if you were entering, you'd be entering circa around here anyways, with about a 5 pip stop loss. The only issue, well, EU and G are going to have S&T. Equally, I like the look more so of EU's highs here. Good trade, looks like we're about to hit TP, which is sick. So well done if you took. Cool guys, I'll see you in a bit. Have a good one. Love you all, bye bye.
DJ play one for the bad man. DJ play one for the ladies. Said go on and the crowd go crazy. I'm on a wave, who's trying to get wavy? A little bad boy from Tottenham. Dots I was shotting, playing cops and robbers. Now whips I'm copping them, champagne popping them, hands in the air like who's got a problem? She wanna link up, no stress. She wanna have fun, so she phoning steps. So she need a weekend that she won't forget. But I'm trying to wake up with no regrets. Walk in the room, style and elegance, looking for a best.
So after looking like a muppet at Follow Douche, we decided to take another trade, this time with equity edge whilst having a sauna. This was a bit of a rogue position, but I recently got paid out with them about a month ago or so, or a couple months ago. And basically my account, I needed to trade. I realized I had to take a position basically as soon as possible, which I did. And so it wasn't the perfect position. I wouldn't usually take it on a funded account, but it meant that I could have a bit of money whilst having fun, playing in the snow, going in the hot tub. And it's pretty mental to think this is a reality of what I'm doing to make money is clicking a button, jumping in a sauna, going in a hot tub and playing in snow. I wouldn't have thought that was going to be my life years ago, but yeah, that is the case. It was a nice EU short.
No, Joshy, no, Joshy. Oh, no. No, Josh. It's too much. No. Oh! Woo!
What a mental trip this has been. It's probably been one of the craziest weeks of my life. We've had the whole family out skiing, which has been absolutely mental. I couldn't even ski like a year ago when we were coming out here and not being able to really do much. But not just ski, we've managed to make a really good return on 2 funded accounts, which is insane for the amount of time that I've spent on the charts. We had a 12k day that got me out of drawdown on my funded X account and up to a 7k payout, as you can see there, hopefully, if it locks in. Funded X, I believe, have just migrated, well, I know they've just migrated to a Majesty server, which, to be fair to them, spreads super nice. And then also, with Equity Edge today, I managed to get it to a $2,000 payout, which, again, super nice. Really important to show funded accounts as well, because a lot of people these days don't actually have any proof of getting payouts, and I think that's super important. If you're going to take any sort of information from me or the next guy on YouTube, that they at least trade with funded accounts, getting payouts, getting leaderboards, getting QR codes that you can scan, etc., and at least showing proof they are making money from trading, not just the lifestyle of trading, if that makes sense. Because if you've been following me for some time, you'll know that I didn't even make content on any platform until I was on the FTO leaderboards. I was already a full-time trader. The only reason why I actually have Woke as a business is because I got interviewed by my mentor, or one of my mentors, and from that group I got a lot of messages asking for one-to-one help of which I tried to offer to as many people as possible. And that's basically how Woke got started. So if you don't know what Woke is, that is kind of our educational service. Right now we do live trading. I took the 12K position live with our community, even when on holiday with the family, which is kind of hopefully shows a bit of dedication towards what we do and how we teach. Obviously I pay a lot of money for a lot of help with trading as well. And I feel like there are often gaps in how you're learning and the accountability from the mentors themselves. So that's why kind of Woke is a thing, and that's why we're striving. I mean, even since we've been here, we've had multiple payouts, multiple funding. I think this year alone, we're already, I mean, here's just some payouts recently, basically. We're at a ridiculously good level. For pass rates and prop firms, we're at like 50%, which most companies, usually to get 6 figures in funding, it's like 1 to 5%. So way above industry standard. That's massively due to the type of people that join, the type of people that watch these videos. Equally, the work that we all put in within the community to make it as good as it is. So if you are from Woke watching this, especially if you've gotten some good results, drop a comment on what your thoughts are so far. Let's go back to this week. 1 EU short and 1 GU short, both really strong positions. There was actually a couple more positions that I missed out on throughout the week because I was literally on a mountain and wasn't looking at my phone. But a load of people in Woke managed to catch that, so congrats if you did. The GU short was beautiful, like the first good position for a while, to be honest with you, on GU, which is really nice. And then in terms of the position with the EU, was actually a very rogue position. It's kind of one of those positions that maybe I under risked with it as well. It was only 10 lots. I say under risked, it was on a funded account, so I would say it's just me being safe. But yeah, in terms of the actual position, it was a much different position. It's a New York trade that I would maybe not usually take on a funded account, but I'm kind of stacking quite a few at the moment. I just thought, fuck it, why not? And yeah, it worked out this time. Maybe not the best approach for you guys, but yeah, the main thing I'm trying to get at is account rotation is key, because I could have taken that on the funded X account, for example, but don't think it's really necessary when I've already got a payout locked in there. One thing that I wanted to go through here is the actual freedom that trading offers you is nuts. Like, I've just made basically 6 months worth of work that I used to work 12 hours a day on a car park for, whilst spending a week in one of the nicest chalets, well, the nicest chalet I've ever been in, and skiing on top of mountains, trading in a sauna, trading in a hot tub. Like, how is that possible? How can you go from working so hard at a job you hate, being told what to do, to having such freedom only years down the line? And it all really comes from 1 year of pure dedication. I stress this a lot. It's like, you can achieve incredible things if you fully focus on one type of thing and you give it your all for a longer duration of time than every other person will do. So the thing is with trading is like 90% will lose, right? Like, the stats are bad, yeah? Also 90% quit in their first year. So it's like, well, just even surviving the first year, let alone if you're putting in blood, sweat and tears into learning and staying disciplined and being patient and doing all the hard work to get to a good position with trading. Even if you're just surviving that first year, you're already past what 90% of people wouldn't usually get to with trading. The issue is in this industry is that it's so publicized around the lifestyle, more so than the actual work to get there. And that's why even on this channel, you'll see we try and mix it up with some content that's really kind of hits home, talks about the benefits of trading and also what it can do from a life perspective, from like what you'll gain from it skill-wise, but also the freedom it offers. Equally, we try and condense as much value in shorter or longer videos, such as trade seller backtesting. We literally just backtesting strategy breakdowns, trade reviews, all of this stuff that I don't necessarily have to do because I could easily just talk about the lifestyle on here. We try to pack into on the YouTube as well, because it's really important for you guys to see that it's actually a quite long process to get to the end goal, which is these kind of situations. It's not the end goal for me yet. There's much more to come. Hopefully I'll be in Dubai this year finally. But for you guys, if you're watching this at home and you really don't know what it's going to take to get to this kind of level of trading, it's not easy. But you don't want it to be easy. You want it to be hard, because otherwise it won't be worth doing. You need to make it as easy for yourself as possible. Surround yourself with winners, surround yourself with good traders, surround yourself with good habits. Create habits as well. Read books, even just like nothing to do with trading, even things like Atomic Habits. Yeah, or either like Psycho-Cybernetics, etc. These types of books, habits in particular, it kind of builds in a base of your hygiene level of operation, in terms of if you're doing something that is routine, including your trading, then you should trade with routine, which in return will give you the best results in longevity and give you good habits to build on. Now, I digress quite a bit here, because the goal of trading is to have this week as consistently as possible, to be able to do $10,000 a week every week. Obviously, that would be amazing. One thing we need to learn with trading as well, it's not linear. I've not had the strongest start to the year ever. Saying that, I had a good period in January, followed by a not very good period. And February's been very good. We had a really good start, bit of a rocky middle, and now the ends looks really good as well. So February's been a brilliant year. February's been a brilliant month. But I can't say March is going to be great. March is actually usually a little bit of a down month for how we trade. But we'll see. We'll see how it happens. I'm not expecting to get the same results every single week, and that's why you've got to be there every single day. Because, for example, I could have easily skied this week and not looked at the charts at all. But I'm trading 7 to 10 in the morning. It's not taking up loads of my time. I can still do that when I'm on holiday. I can still do that when I'm abroad. I can still do that when I'm in fucking space. My point being is that 7 to 10 a.m. is much better than having to work 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is what I used to do for half the fucking money. So my point being is me just having a look in the morning. I wasn't even there 3 hours. I was looking for about an hour. I was looking for about 10 minutes some of the days. My point being is if I'm able to do that every single day, when the markets are good, when they're going to reward me, is when I'm least expecting it sometimes. So like on this trip, I might not have expected the positions that I got, but they happened. If I took this week off, I wouldn't have had that $10,000 week. I probably wouldn't be making this video in the same tone. But equally, if I'm able to show up whilst on holiday, whilst experiencing these really nice things, you need to be able to show up every single day when it really means the most to you to make it work. The point I'm trying to make here is that like it could be very easy for me to not actually look at all, and it should be a lot easier for me to do that than potentially you watching this. I'm still showing up. I'm still willing to do it. I'm still going live. I'm still looking at the charts. I'm still trading. I'm still being able to take a position if there is one presented to me. Whereas lots of people let life get in the way, work get in the way. The amount of people I speak to that maybe they wanted to join work a year ago and then they're calling me a year later like, yeah, I just never really locked in. I didn't really like want it bad enough. And it's like, well, why on the phone to me now? Because if you have that mindset, you either want to do it or you don't. And it's kind of like, you've got to be dedicated to this process for it to actually work for you. And you've got to ask yourself the questions, how dedicated are you? How willing are you to make this work? Because it's not actually that much you need to do. It's just actually doing it. Anyways, rant over. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you need any help, or if you want any advice, or maybe not advice, but I'm not giving financial advice here. If you want any insight to what we do, or if you want to message me at all, drop me a message on Instagram. It's robdono or don.fx. Make sure to subscribe to my second channel. Bangers dropping in there on a weekly, hopefully, basis soon. And yeah, I'm going to try and do as much content for you guys this year as possible. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.